Hi everyone and welcome to this special edition of Women in Retail Talks. Today's episode we sit down with Kelsey Morini and Lindsay Greenwald of Iterable to discuss top leadership tips and trends and technologies hitting retail in 2018. All recorded live at this year's Women in Retail Leadership Summit in Miami. And now, on to the show. Hi Kelsey and Lindsay, thank you so much for joining me today. Really appreciate it. I'd like to dive right in. While working at Iterable, I know you talk to clients on a day-to-day basis all the time. In retail over the past year and over the past couple of months even, we've seen an influx of technology and also some ups and downs, including a couple of pain points. What are some of the pain points that your clients are specifically talking about now, and how can Iterable help?
I think that the biggest pain point in retail has been for a long time and will continue to evolve, but it's always about data and mainly data silos. So it doesn't matter what retailer you're talking to. Sometimes it's online versus offline. Sometimes it's different, parts of the retail platform that they have. But it's always just being able to map data together so that their customers can have, a clean journey and actually, have them understand what the customer's doing, whether it's in the store or online or in an app. And I think that just continues to be a big pain point.
I think a big thing specifically in retail is choosing technology and having technology where you can make your data actionable. So, especially brick and mortar companies and older brands are kind of tied to older technologies. And so ensuring that you get to keep up with the times, and with that is having to track that behavior and ensure that you're developing and storing this data that you can then take action on to personalize different things.
Yeah, I think no matter how outdated or old school a brand is, they all have so much data and information on their customers, but being able to, one, map it together and then actually use it in an intelligent way will always be a struggle.
Absolutely, and kind of stemming off from that right now, just talking about technologies in general, I think there's a concern that there's so much technology going on right now that some may just be a fad and some have a shelf life, or some really will kind of change the way that people are navigating retail right now. What are some of the technologies that you feel have some staying power versus the ones that don't?
I think right now a big word in technology is AI. I don't think it's a fad, because I see that's where a lot of things are going in technology, not just in marketing or retail. But it's definitely a fad because no one knows what they're going to do with it. So I think that that's going to evolve quite a bit. I think machine learning is a thing now where people have algorithms to, recommend products based on what you viewed on someone's site, something basic like that. But true AI and even true machine learning, I don't think we've really discovered what it's going to be yet. But I do think that is the big buzzword and the fad that's going around.
Yeah, I'd echo that.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see what new technologies kind of come about and which one hang on to retail. Switching gears a little bit, especially for the Women in Retail Leadership Summit, is there a woman that you admire within the retail space or in a leadership position?
Sharon Price John from Build-A-Bear. Oh my gosh, I've never been so inspired by someone. She didn't sugarcoat it. I think that even when women are trying to empower other women, sometimes women can be modest and can be, slightly quiet and she had no fear. She was just go out and take what you want. Don't be afraid of failure. I thought she was amazing.
Yeah, I think Megan Rose also. It's Megan Rose, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
From Roxbox.
From Roxbox. I think her story was really inspiring. Going through all these
people in the audience to tears.
Yeah, going through all these obstacles, and I think the biggest message there is really making sure that the day-to-day, you spend probably more time with your coworkers and what you're doing at work than with your family, and so making sure that that's something that really, inspires you and what you're passionate about is so important. And so I think that really struck with me in particular, and I think everyone in the audience truly appreciated the transparency.
I think as women, we tend to, I don't want to say complain, but we vent a lot, right? Mm-hmm. We vent to our friends, we vent to our coworkers. It's just kind of a thing we do more than men. And I don't think that's bad. We're sharing our feelings. We're letting it out. But I think a lot of the speakers here have, kind of said, instead of venting, instead of complaining, just do it. Just get out there and make a change. Quit your job. Do something new. Ask for the promotion instead of complaining about not getting it. So I think that for all the women that have talked about that, I admire.
Yeah, and Chantel from, I think, D to L Learning, she had one message that really struck with me. I think it was everyone, like in everyone's self and core, they have the ability to lead, the ability to inspire others. It's not that you need to be taught it, but it's somewhere innate in you. It's just figuring out where it is and figuring out how exactly to pull that out of everyone. So when she said that, I was like, preach, girl. I was like, yes, I love it. And it was a message I think that everyone needs to know, because you think about everyone in the room here, everyone's so confident and they're truly very successful in their field. And so you think about all those younger girls and you want them to have that same confidence and feel like there's leaders around them and in front of them that inspire them. And so you hope that they know that confidence is somewhere. It's just figuring out how to find it and bring it out.
I couldn't agree more. I think I'm going to end and give my final question as this. Why is it important, not only in retail, but across all industries, that women are advocated for leadership roles?
I mean, there's like so many obvious reasons, but in general, I think when you have a group of people that are collaborating on something, and I've worked in different departments within my own company and other companies, it doesn't matter what you do for a living. If you have men and women, you're going to have a better conversation, you're going to have better ideas, you're going to have just more. And I think that when you look at we're in San Francisco, there's a lot of tech companies where they have a lot of women who work there, but they're all in one department, or they're not, C-level executives. If you have a leadership meeting and there's 7 men and 1 woman, like, you're not going to get as far as you could if you had 4 men and 3 women, or 5 women and 2 men. So I think just like the basics is, I've never seen or experienced anything where women didn't contribute and make things better. I think we have different ideas and opinions, and it's good to have that collaboration. Just like it's good to have, a variety of other types of people and, everything. You always want to have diversity. So I think that advocating for women helps them, reach those heights by saying, hey, I want the promotion, instead of just sitting back and like waiting for it. So the more we can advocate for women, the more they'll feel confident to go and get those leadership roles, and everyone will be better for it.
Thanks for listening. For more information, be sure to check out our podcast channel page at www.wirlc.com/podcast for show notes. Women in Retail Talks is available on Google Play, Apple Podcasts, and Stitcher, but be sure to subscribe to our podcast channel page as well. Thanks, and until next time, this has been Women in Retail Talks.